Hey guys, this is Alan Kevorkov from BeTheClaw.com, and today I received a package from some guy named Matt3756, and I thought, wow, that is a cool name. All joking aside, however, this is the legendary Matt3756 that we all know, and I'm going to unbox this package and see what's inside. So on the left here you see the CPU board that controls the main functions of the machine. It has the dip switches in the lower left corner there that you can use to control the price per play and the timer settings. And on the right is the control board, which controls all the actual physical movements of the machine. So I'm going to insert both of these boards into my machine and remove the ones that I have in there. So let's get inside and pull them out. First, I'm disconnecting the ribbon cable that leads to the display. Then I'm disconnecting the black connectors to the wiring harnesses. And now the power cable. I will be reusing the ribbon cable that runs between the control board and the CPU board, so I have to disconnect that as well. You have to be very careful when disconnecting that, because the pins are very easy to bend. So if you damage one of those, then you're pretty much out of luck. Alright, now both boards are out, and this is Matt's control board. The black little boxes there you can see are the relays that control the different movements of the claw. I'm reconnecting the ribbon cable. Now I just have to plug it into the CPU board. Let's reconnect the power cable. I reconnected the black connectors for the wiring harnesses and the ribbon cable to the display, and now we are pretty much all set. Both boards are in and connected. So let's give it a try. I turn the machine on. The initial numbers showing up on display are correct, so that's a good sign. So let's add some credits and see what we get. I'm tripping the coin acceptor switch, and that usually adds credits to the machine, but nothing is happening, and that's pretty much what Matt was experiencing. The machine was not accepting any credits. So obviously there's a problem, so let's disconnect the wires from the CPU board and put in one of mine, and we'll see if that works. Okay, this is one of my boards that I'm reconnecting back into the machine. Matt's control board is still in there, so for now we're just replacing the CPU board. Let's turn the machine back on and add some credits. Yep, looks like the credits are adding the way they're supposed to, so the problem was definitely in the CPU board. But I do want to do some plays and to make sure that the relay board that's in there from Matt is in good shape. And so far, it seems like it's working well. You know, the claw moves exactly the way it's supposed to. No issues that I can tell. So my official diagnosis is definitely the defective CPU board, which will have to be repaired. Just received Matt's CPU board back from repair, so we are going to put it back into my machine and test it out. First, I'm pulling out the board that I had in there. I'm still keeping my relay board in there for the time being, just testing out Matt's CPU board, so I'm putting that back into the machine. Let's plug in the display cable. And the ribbon cable to this control board. Alright, let's turn the machine on here. Everything looks good so far. Let's add some credits. This is the part that wasn't working for Matt, so you can see here the credits are adding the way they're supposed to. You can hear the loud clicking. That's from my relay board. Actually, Matt's relays board does not make that sound. It's probably newer, just slightly different, but works pretty much the same way. So far, so good. I'm going to give it a couple of plays just to make sure it's working. And then I will swap in Matt's relay board. I use the word I use a relay board and control board interchangeably because that's the same thing. The control board is the one that has the relays on it, so it's just a little bit easier to identify. So it looks to be working well so far. I do have a couple more credits left, so I'm gonna finish that cycle. And looks like we got a bear. Just wanted to win something. Let's try for the brown Phillies bear. I won that from Walmart for one of the first 3 videos that I made. I believe it was the Skill Crane 102 for which I went to Walmart. That was probably the first ever Sugarloaf video to be posted on YouTube, if I had to guess. I think it was in 2008. Alright, now I have Matt's control or relay board in there as well, and the CPU board. So that's the complete set that he sent me. So let's do a few plays. Let's add some credits and do a few plays. 3 credits added, no problem. And the relay board is working well also. So that's definitely good news. Sounds like Matt will have his original claw machine working as well, even though he does have another Grayhound machine that he bought recently. Got a really excellent deal on that. Wow, and 2-in-1. That's pretty cool. That bear is pretty heavy, so that was an interesting 2-in-1 there. All right, let's do one more play that I have left in credits, and let's see if I can get that orange horse. Not likely. Oh well. All right, let's try the same thing, the same setup in my Lucky Crane. I just this will be set up as up and across. I just want to make sure that all the functions of Matt's CPU board are working properly. I can't really see where I'm releasing the buttons, so you know, I'm probably not gonna win anything here, but give you a nice view from the prize chute of the Lucky Crane. It seems to be working perfectly, so I'm pretty confident that you know, sending these back to Matt will allow him to get his old machine back up and running. Let's finish off this this one last round, and that's it. Everything's good so far. These boards are going back to Matt3756, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.